Yeah, 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 yeah. Should've come and see the love, doctor. Anything you asking, girl, you know I got. So you wanna see the love, doctor? Love the way I give it, girl, I give it, girl. Should've come and see the love, doctor. Anything you asking, girl, you know I got. So you wanna see the love, doctor? So the way I give it, girl, I give it, girl. Need a doctor for love. Need a doctor for love, yeah. No, no. Need a doctor for love, yeah.
Yes. Welcome to the Love Doctor Show. I am your host, Dr. Love, and I'm a relationship specialist helping people to gain insight on their relationships and avoid conflict. Okay, let's get into the first topic of the day. But before we do, I want to encourage everybody, if you hear anything that you like today, I'm encouraging you to hit the subscribe button and that little bell next to it so you don't miss any of the episodes. All right, let's get into it. We're going to call this one, Who Needs Enemies? Okay. Hey, Love Doctor. Hope your day is going well. I know I'm going to be the bad guy in this story, but I want to see if anyone can understand where I'm coming from. So, boom. My best friend and her dude has been together for a long time, something like 8 years. He stayed pushing up on me, but I'd be like, nah, that's my bestie. But low-key, I be feeling him. A couple weeks ago, I gave him some head in the bathroom when my friend was at the store. We've been having sex every other day since she's been at work. We're really feeling each other, and he wants to leave her for me. I know that's my friend and all, but shouldn't I be worried about my happiness? I gotta think about what I want, right? Okay. So first of all, the word right shouldn't be anywhere in this paragraph because there's nothing right about this situation. Nothing. It's all wrong from the rip. All right. And I know you know that because you let off with you're going to be the bad guy. So that just leads me to understand that you got better sense than this. But let's dig into the topic though a bit. Okay. So in 8 years since you her bestie, y'all had to been tight for a while. At what point did you start feeling this man, okay? Or when did he start making passes at you in 8 years? Because it seems to me that what you should have done is let her know the first time he ever did that. But I'm going to give you a benefit of the doubt on that because maybe people drunk sometime and you make passes. If it happened one time, you could check them on it. If it never happens again, you don't got to bring it up. But the second time it happened, you definitely should have let your homegirl know. So that leads me to believe that you was feeling this situation probably as soon as she got with him. But let's see. I don't think that relationships like this could work out. I don't think it's ever going to work out. But let's just give it the benefit of the doubt and say, y'all to get married. She supposed to be the bridesmaid? That's your bestie. All right? Let's say you get together with this man and y'all have a baby. She supposed to throw you a baby shower? Come on, man. Just don't make no sense to me. And to the brother that's having sex with his girl's best friend, you really gonna enjoy that head, that neck, that sloppy toppy, that fellatio when your girl knock her teeth out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna leave that at right there. All right, so I'm the love doctor. Now go and get on up out of here.
Should've come and see the love, doctor. Anything you ask, girl, you know I got. So you wanna see the love, doctor? So the way I give it, girl, I give it, girl. Need a doctor for love. Need a doctor for love, yeah. No. Need a doctor for love, yeah.
This episode of The Love Doctor is brought to you by Trendsetter Apparel. They got the dope dad hats, the crew neck sweatshirts, the hoodies, and even got the tights for the ladies and much more. The line has been presented in numerous music videos. Go check them out. Trendsetter.com. We set the trends. Now, let's get into the second topic of the day. And this comes from Brian from Richmond, Virginia. And it reads, "What's good, bro? Just popping in to get some stuff off my chest. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my story. My wife and I have been married for some time now. We have no children together, but she has 3 adult children and I have 2. Her oldest daughter just had a baby, and my wife has been there at the hospital since the first day. Now, I get that, but she's home and my wife is still over there. I asked her about it, and she says it's her first grandchild and she needs to help her daughter adapt as much as possible. I love my stepdaughter and the baby, but I just feel, what about me? Why do I feel like I'm being neglected? I'm still her husband and she needs to take care of home. They have been home now from the hospital almost a week, and I feel like my wife has invested too much. What's your take on this?" Okay, Brian. I understand, you're used to having your wife at home, the kids are grown and out the house, and you're feeling neglected. But you need to understand that when a baby is born, motherly instinct kicks in immediately, whether it's the biological mother having the baby or the motherly love that's around that baby. All right? You got to understand that a mother trains her daughter from inside the womb all the way until outside of the womb. They train their daughters through puberty, when they get their menstrual cycle, all the way up until childbearing. So what's going on now is a new baby is born and she's never had a grandchild before. And I want to ask you to ask yourself, if she was your biological daughter and you had a grandchild that was yours for the first time, you might be a little bit excited. So my thing is, let's figure out some ways to get your wife to understand what your needs are and still be there for the new baby. So my suggestion to you is, get more involved, pop in on the new mom and dad, sit the new dad down, give him some fatherly jewels, all right? Go in and take a shift in helping out with the baby, bond with the baby, all right? And I'm also reading that, Brian, it's only been a week, man. Go jerk off and go sit your ass down somewhere, man, all right? I'm the love doctor. Now go and get on up out of here.
Shawty come and see the love out. Anything you ask, girl, you know I got you. So you wanna see the love out. So the way I give it, girl, I give it, girl. Need a doctor for love. Need a doctor for love, yeah. No. Need a doctor for love, yeah.
Okay, and now for the final topic of the evening. Here it goes. Good day, love doctor. I'm from Jersey City, and I don't really want myself or my son's name exposed. I'm not sure if you give this type of advice, but me and my son have had a good relationship his entire life. It's always been just the 2 of us. His dad was only in the picture for a few years. By the time he was 7, his father dismissed himself. We see him from time to time, but he's not in the picture. My son is now turning 17, and I'm seeing a change in his attitude. He's running with the wrong crowds, smoking weed, and his grades are slipping. I don't really recognize him as the same person anymore. I'm doing everything I can as a mother to keep him from going down a dark path. I don't know what steps to take. I thought contacting his dad, but I don't think that will be helpful as much. Do you have any advice for me as a man who once was a boy? Should I contact his dad? Okay. First off, I want to acknowledge, I do recognize the area that you are raising your son in. I am also a Jersey City native, and I understand the things that's going on out in the community, in the city right now. So I can understand your concerns and what you're trying to avoid here. And I commend you as a mother for doing your motherly duties. Yes, this is just a tough topic right now. You know, like we living in Jersey City and our kids are out here shooting each other and killing each other over things that will not mean anything in the next 5 years. So I understand your concern, all right? And those things that you're seeing them doing, like the smoking weed, I wouldn't be too bent off that. I'm not saying that it's okay because he is underage, but this is just something that naturally happened when you give them the jewels so they can be responsible in the things that they're doing. All right? The grades slipping. All right? You got to understand too that at 17 years old, kids are now living for the girls at this time. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing is I'm giving you jewels to how to relate to him, and we'll get to the dad situation later, but I'm just trying to give you jewels as a mother who's working hard to keep her son off of the streets. All right? So what I would like you to do is just getting more in tune with the things that he likes. All right? So not saying that you're going to accept the fact that he's smoking weed, but talk to him about smoking weed. I'm sure you probably smoked weed sometime before. Even if you didn't, you could give them the jewels on that. You know, when you give kids information, they'll take it and do what they do with it. You know, if you guys had a good relationship all of these years, when he's getting ready to do something wrong, he's going to remember what his mother told him, you know. Okay, now let's get into the part with the dad. All right, it's clear that, you know, you said he relieved himself of his duty. Okay, but as you know, single mothers do all the time. They know the show must go on. But you want to know if you should give him an opportunity to step in at this time. Absolutely. I think it's never too late to bring a dad in. That's why I encourage the brothers, like, even if you think, oh man, I haven't been in this life for this amount of time, he's not going to accept me. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 14 or you're 24. If it comes over you that you want to step into your son's life, I think that lane should always be open. So to the mother, should you involve dad? Every time. I don't care if he doesn't give you exactly what you're looking for. Men, it usually evolve. They evolve a little bit later, but they normally do. All right, so I'm looking at the things that you're dealing with, and I really don't see, like I think this is normal teenage stuff. Normal teenage stuff. The grades slipping because he's showing off at school. It could be that. I wouldn't be too worried and stressed out. But stay on top of it. Give him the jewels and the knowledge of the things that he's dealing with, and I think that you'll be okay. All right? That's my advice, all right? I'm the love doctor. Now, go and get on the body.
Shorty come and see the love doctor. Anything you rush it, girl, you know I got you. So you wanna see the love doctor. So the way I give it, girl, I give it, girl. Need a doctor for love. Need a doctor for love, yeah. No. Need a doctor for love, yeah.